Hello, you amazing friends. Welcome to our International Networking Zoom for the beautiful day of Thursday, the 12th of May. Can you please give the beautiful person next to you a round of applause? As I say, it's such a tremendous pleasure. Now, first things first, if you just come in, a big welcome. We have got a wonderful power couple with us as our guest speakers tonight, the amazing Sharada Rumi and Tony Neal. How are you doing, Sharada and Tony? You want to say a quick hello before we start causing a lot of damage?
Well, we're going very well. Sharada's got her. You've got your mute phone on, honey. Unmute yourself.
Okay.
That's right.
Yep. Thank you.
We're in two different states at the moment. We're representing Tasmania and Victoria today, aren't we, honey?
We certainly are. I am in good old Melbourne tonight.
There you go. I hope you got a spacesuit because Melbourne's a cold place. And just very quickly, before we get into it, Sharada and Tony, maybe Sharada first, can you tell us what you're talking about tonight? Just give us a little snippet for later on.
Well, I am going to speak about emotional freedom technique, and I'm actually going to do a little practical session tonight with all of us.
Oh, my God, that's exciting. Can we give Sharada and Tony Ram applause? So Sharada and Tony, they're husband and wife, so I know they've got different names, but they're husband and wife. Sharada's just got a cool name and a cool outfit. Anything you want to say, Tony, before we start diving into it?
We've actually just started running our retreats in Tasmania, and we did our first one last week in Cremorne. So it was very successful, and we're very happy about that. So in our talk, we'll sort of discuss what our retreats look like and how they work and how they help people. So that'll be good. So looking forward to our talk. So thank you, Ed, for this opportunity.
Love you. Round of applause to Tony and Sharada. We're going to hear from those winners later. But first things first, before we get into things, we've got a few of our meetup leaders. Now, firstly, we've seen our legendary man of technology, Alexander Kittle. How you doing, Alexander Kittle?
Oh, I'm pretty good, Ed. Different surroundings tonight. I'm still stuck in a hotel for one more night. Been in Sydney for the last 5 days. Getting my technology fix and my conference fix and networking fix. Over 250 delegates at the conference over the last 5 days. So do you remember those days pre-COVID when 250 people were in a room and we didn't care about stuff?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a different world now, isn't it, Alexander Kittle?
Oh, yeah, look, a lot of it was. Now, who's conference fit? Nobody was conference fit at the end of the day. It was a good way. But no, it's been a good conference. There's some good key stuff that came out that looking forward to digest and share with the rest of you eventually.
Oh, very good. I was at LinkedIn all morning. It was exciting, Alexander Kittle.
Oh, I don't know. I reckon my conference at Coogee Beach was a lot nicer.
Yeah, you win. Martin Place isn't that exciting. Now, Alexander, you're a top networker. Can you give us a quick networking tip so everyone can get the most out of the Zoom experience?
Quick networking tip is use the chat, say hello, share your LinkedIn links, share your Facebook links, share whatever link that you want to do, and don't oversell yourself, but just be yourself. That's a good start tonight.
Oh, powerful. We love you, Alexander Kittle. Just amazing. And I've noticed we've also got one of our other legendary leaders, Piero. Now, Piero's kids launched an airstrike on him, but they're not around now. Did you want to say a quick hello, Piero, before they come and get you?
Hey, Ed. Hey, everyone. How you all doing? One's in the shower. The other two are already asleep. So this one here, those of you that have got 3 children or more, this one in here is the middle child.
There you go.
So the middle child syndrome is already happening at 5 years old. Hey, everyone. How you all doing? My week's been pretty full on. My apologies for my tardiness last week. The COVID really got me, right? So I've been on the mend. I've had more blood tests. Like, it's been really full on for me. I do have asthma, and I don't know if that's had anything to do with it. I've done a lot of metaphysical stuff in my life, like since I was about probably 20 years old. I've delved into spirituality and metaphysics, and this is something different. This is extremely something different. And those of you that have had a bit of COVID, like, you're fine during the day, but during the night and early mornings, you're absolutely wrecked. Like, there's a ton of weight on your shoulders, like someone's sitting on your chest. Like, it's really different. Found it really, really, really challenging, to be honest.
But look at you powered through it. And Piero, you're a top networker. Can you all give us a networking tip on how to win big on these Zooms?
Jack of all trades, master of none, oftentimes many better than one. I've always been pulled up in my life about niche. But the thing is I've mastered 7 different industries in my leadership career. So I'm not about niche, because the niche finds you. I want you to think about that. The niche will find you. You will have a category of people that you like to talk to, and through that, your niche finds you. So when you're talking to people, don't just talk about work. Talk about everything that you enjoy, because as you all know, when the niche finds you, it's the people that will find you, because it's the stuff you like to do that will find you. That's my networking tip.
I couldn't agree with you more. Round of applause to you, Piero, because I gave up Instagram and Facebook about 6 months ago just to go down the LinkedIn rabbit hole. And I just think about LinkedIn all the time. I just sit there, I think about LinkedIn. I'm drinking my coffee, I think about LinkedIn. I don't know. I just look in the mirror, I think about LinkedIn. LinkedIn's just everywhere. There you go. It's even in the water. So yeah, LinkedIn. So no, we love you, Piero. And we had COVID. We had the original Wuhan flu. So believe me, feel for you, Piero. We had the original Wuhan flu. There you go. COVID alpha, nasty stuff. Well, love you. We just want to say a big welcome to everyone. If you just come in, please use the group chat to say hello. And what we always encourage with our Zooms is please use it to network. We're also an open and inclusive business network, so please share your own events. We call that. And what we always say is a great objective is find someone really good to connect with and have one meeting per Zoom event. So when I used to be more of a networker before I started running events, my goal was to always have one meeting per event, be it a Zoom or face-to-face, and that always served me well. So just to say a big welcome. We've got a few other legendary winners here. I was going to say we're absolutely pumped on many, many levels. And I just want to give a quick shout out to amazing Sean Tucker. Sean, you're flying to Sydney tomorrow for our meetup, aren't you?
Yes, I certainly am, Ed, and it's going to be awesome to see all the Sydney folk and also the people flying in from interstate as well, because I know a number of you coming up from Melbourne, coming down from Brisbane, and I'm really looking forward to catch up with a few heroes from Sydney.
And tell us a little bit about you and what you do, Sean Tucker.
So that's a tough one. No, it's actually not that tough. Basically, we help CEOs get back to their better selves in 90 days or less. We accomplish that by using exercise and sports science and health science to create a blueprint and really get them back to a better version of themselves, because a lot of people remember a better version of themselves when they think back. If not, that's cool too, because it means you're creating that version of yourself right now. We quantify your internal health using those principles, those science principles, and really get you back in 90 days or less. So that's just a little bit about myself. We like working with CEOs, business owners, and just people that want to be CEOs of their lives. So yeah, I'm a CEO of the company, but also I'm a CEO of my life. I like to take charge and really take the proactive needs to create my life.
There you go. I say you're the CEO of winning, Sean Tucker.
CEO of consistency and winning and persuasion.
God. Can we give that Sean Tucker round of applause? Sean Tucker, great guy, did a great job on a Monday webinar. So there you go. No one will let you go home. Everyone loved you so much.
Thank you.
And speaking of love, we've got the Terminator here. As I always say, she can punch through a brick wall. She is whilst I put on kilos during lockdown, she was busy getting rock hard abs and doing weights. We've got the amazing Simone Louise with us, and Simone Louise is joining us in Sydney tomorrow as well. How are you doing, Simone Louise? What's going on?
Hey, Ed. How you going? I'm having a really good week. I hit 3,000 followers on LinkedIn this week, so I'm really excited about that. I've been working with Tim doing some videos, and I have the really, really hard task now of picking 15 videos out of the 52 clips that he got in the hour session that we worked together. So if you have not worked with Tim yet, you seriously need to get in touch with him. I'm blown away. I don't even know how I'm going to choose. I think I'm just going to have to choose another package so I can have more.
Just pick them at random. Just go random.
Just go random. Well, my name is Simone Louise and I'm a health and fitness coach. I love supporting families to live healthier and happier lives. I am a police wife. My husband has been a serving officer for 12 years, and I like to share the journey of how you can become healthy and fit in your family dynamic, no matter what your barriers are. So whether you're working day or night, if you're a working mum, if you're a stay-at-home mum, and how to help your whole family become healthier, not just yourself. So, yeah, that's me.
Beautiful. And you're heading to Sydney
tomorrow, so I look forward to seeing everyone at Sydney.
And also, too, not tomorrow, but next time, Simone Louise is our speaker in Sydney.
Yes. Yeah, very cool. Lots of new stuff to share, actually. I've been going through a bit of a transition the last couple of weeks, kept it under wraps. Might talk to a few people about it tomorrow, but it'll definitely be all out there at the keynote next month. Yeah.
Well, I just want to dangle a carrot. I know what's going on, but you ain't going to get nothing out of me because I'm a vault. So there you go. Now, we love you. Simone Louise, amazingly. Round of applause to Simone Louise. And, tough being a police family. So there you go. So her husband's like a tall, dark, handsome guy with a gun and a big badge. There you go. So there you go. Kicks down doors and does crazy shit. And, oh, my God, I just noticed as well, we have got the extremely dangerous, amazing and powerful Michelle Slight with us. Michelle Slight, what's happening in your world? How is the sleight of hand going?
Yeah, hi everyone. Finally, I've got a voice back. So I didn't have COVID like Piero, but I had this hideous flu that's been going around in Queensland after all the floods and everything. And I swear it's just knocked me for a six. I could hardly breathe and I had no voice for about 3-4 weeks. It was terrible. Yeah, so everyone probably knows that I breed beautiful little coton-de-tilliers, and I've also started a new venture, which is my passion. Unusual road, but a really, really important one. So I'm a sexual assault specialist. I've found myself in lots of really interesting positions on both sides of the footpath, as you might say, and have a lot of insights into the subject that just are not commonly there. And that's the reason why we have the problems that we have. So I coach people who have had extreme trauma. And I also am sort of on this early stages of getting the ball rolling to educate people and change culture so that we can be an empowered community. Woo! Thanks, Ed. Hi, everyone.
We love you, Michelle Slight. Round of applause to you, Michelle Slight. And I actually want to hear from our friend Christine Bell. I was on the phone with Christine Bell today. We were talking about the failure of our politicians and the need to change the system. And
I didn't think you were going to bring this up, but here we go.
I have to. But just before we hear from Christine Bell, can we take a group photo? Is that okay? So everyone says no, which means yes in my book. So please turn on your webcam, lean forward, do a cool pose so I can get a cool shot. So friends, 3, 2, 1. Do thumbs up. 3, 2, 1, big smile. Hold the pose. Just fantastic. Great job, everyone. And let's hear from amazing Christine Bell. Christine Bell, what are you thinking?
I think it's great to be here. What a great bunch of people here tonight and so many on here. So I haven't been here for a while, so it's great to be back.
Oh, you're looking good. You've been working out, Christine. You're all buff and all that.
Because you can only see from here. But no, I haven't. Well, I have been working out because, I've had a knee injury for a while now. So I do exercise every day, but it's not the stuff that gets me big and buff, though. But it's more rehabbing, which is, after a year and a half, a bit tiresome.
Gotcha. And what are you working on, Christine Bell? Can you let the cat out of the bag?
Well, so just to introduce myself briefly, I'm a customer strategist and researcher. So basically, I help my clients really get to know the customers using trusted market research methods. And then we create amazing strategies and solutions that are really anchored to customer needs and turn that into a sustainable, successful business. So I mainly work with big businesses at the moment, but what I'm really passionate about after burning out severely 7 years ago and having to work through that, and I'm still working through that, I really want to help more people start their own business, even though that has its own stresses. It also has a number of fantastic benefits. I think most of us will agree here. So that's what I really want to help more people do that. And that's what I'm really passionate about. So I'm creating an online teachable course. And again, I've been saying this for a year. It has taken a while when you work for other, do other work as well, but it's coming together. I'm recording it and I'm editing it myself because it's quite a bit of editing. So it costs money. So I'm on a budget and I'm doing that at the moment and I'm hoping it will be out soon. There's 7 modules. I'm on module 5 now. So we are moving along. So that will be out, and that's all about how you can do your own market research, teaching you exactly all the skills you need, and then how you can turn it into customer strategies and solutions. So I'll give you all the frameworks that a lot of the big brands and businesses use and tell you how to use them. And that's a course that you can use whenever you need it in your business, whether you're starting out or when you are further down the line. You always need to get to know your customers, and the more insights you get into them, the more likely you'll be able to, deliver to their needs. So that's me finishing up. I think I have 3 webinars as well, and there's one on Wednesday. It's 1 hour, and next time we're going to talk about how we can create messages that connect and stand out in a busy market. So that's what it's all about. So it's all about using a creative brief framework, and how you can then turn that into some really consistent and credible messaging.
Brilliant. Round of applause to you, Christine, and pumped to see you.
And I'm coming tomorrow.
Yes, there we go. And we can talk about how the system has failed us and we need more patriots in power.
Oh, gosh, I will have you in the corner talking all day, then no one else will get a chance.
Yeah. I'll bring the popcorn and Diet Coke. There you go. Fun to see you, Christine. And oh, my God, I noticed we've got sales coach and rock star David Quinn Watson with us, and very savvy sales guy that's in the zone. What are you thinking, David Quinn Watson?
Oh, just loving the group here. We're up to 32 people. I think that's the biggest number that we've had on these Thursday night, Ed. That's fantastic. So, yeah, lovely to see everybody. Lots of new faces. Really great. What am I thinking? I'm thinking difference between wants and needs. A lot of us, particularly in the sales game, talk about meeting people's needs. But somebody said to me, people will spend 10 times more on what they want than what they think they need. Yeah. Now, if you've got a headache or even worse, you're definitely going to need some medicine and you'll spend on that. But once you're past that, you think about what I want out of life. And I'm thinking about what do my clients want? And so my thought for everybody here today is to think about what do your clients, what do your prospects want? What do they really want? And I'm trying to find that out by having the one-to-one conversation with them and dig a bit deeper. So they say to me they want more sales. I say I can help you with that. But then the question is, what does that mean for you? Okay, it means more dollars. Okay, what does more dollars mean for you? And you keep going. And eventually you find out what they want. And it might be, well, I've got this charity I want to support, or, I want to help my kids or something like that. So that's the key thing. I'll leave you with that thought, Ed. Thanks very much.
Oh, brilliant. We love you, David. Round of applause to you, amazing David. And,
thank you.
And one of our elite friends just came on a few minutes ago, amazing Amir. And Amir's been with our meetups right from the early days. And Amir, how are you? What's happening in the world of Amir?
Fantastic, Ed. Sorry, I missed the beginning of today. The fog got me. Can you believe it? Driving to Sydney, I got this magnificent fog coming through. But I realized something very interesting tonight, Ed. And that's, I guess I probably found this out about a decade ago. But do you sometimes feel that what is good for you is not what you want to do, and what you like isn't necessarily good for you?
Yeah, it's called life, isn't it?
It is. I spent the morning in country New South Wales, and it was 10 degrees this morning. So I was layered. And when I mean layered, I mean like 4 layers up top, 3 layers down the bottom. John saw me on a Zoom and I had my beanie on, my cover over that, a hoodie with another hoodie with another. Oh, man. But that's the thing with real estate. I realized that if you want to sell a house, that beautiful springtime weather is great. But if you're a buyer and you want to buy a house, then get out in the middle of the cold, in the middle of the country, because you'll have no competition. And that's what I mean by sometimes the stuff that you don't like to do, the stuff that's good for you, isn't necessarily what you love. And the good thing that Ed taught me, for those guys here, because I know that today we've actually got a massive group. So I really, David, you're 100% spot on there. 32 people, that's awesome. The people that haven't met me face to face yet, I'm looking forward to seeing some of you tomorrow on Friday with Ed's live event at Victory Offices in Sydney. But one escape from the cold that that Ed has taught me and that I've now piggybacked onto is I'm flying to Queensland in June. So when winter comes, I'm out of here. And Ed and I last year in June ran a little event in, where was it, Ed? Ramada? No. It was at the Marcoola Beach.
Ramada in Marcoola Beach, Sunshine Coast.
That's right. So I said on an interview about a year ago with Ed, some of you saw the interview in June last year, that I want to escape Sydney during winter. And so I did. And this year I'm doing the same thing. I'm again going up to the Sunshine Coast of Marcoola Beach and hoping for that 25-degree weather we had last year. What do you think, Ed?
I think it sounds like the only solution.
Yep. Sometimes you got to run.
Beautiful.
But everybody here, welcome, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. It's going to be a smasher.
Amir, we love you. Ram, applause to you, legendary Amir. And speaking of tomorrow, we've got an amazing guest speaker lined up. She's a dangerous lady. I've been honoured to interview her before, and she really cuts the chase and gets results. And we just actually have her with us tonight. Amanda McNeil, how you doing? Do you want to ingratiate us with your rock star presence?
Hey everybody. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be an awesome day. I'm looking forward to sharing some of my insights to my, rock stardom and as you so call it, Ed. Yeah, no, it's going to be fun. It's going to be good.
Tell us a bit about you. What are you working on, Amanda McNeil?
Well, actually, Michelle will enjoy this story because that's why I was off camera. So I have had someone who reached out to me and she can't look after her dog anymore. So I've been frantically trying to find it a home, and I just found a place for it to go for its new forever home. So I'm really, really thrilled. Totally off topic, but I just wanted to share that because I was just like, oh, thank God. I was so relieved. But so there you go. That's my little story for tonight. But so for those of you who don't know me, I work with professionals to get them out of their comfort zone by building a confident and a resilient mindset so they can take the next step in their career and life. And that's a little bit about what I'm going to be sharing tomorrow. So yeah, hope you all look forward to it.
Well, there you go. We love you, Amanda McNeil. Amanda McNeil, round of applause to you. And I was just going to say, if you just come in, can we give a big wave to Tony Neal, Anthony Neal, and Sharada Rumi? They're our elite speakers. And husband and wife team, they're just in different states at the moment, but we can't wait till we hear from those winners. So make sure you connect with Tony Neal and Sharada. And what we do is we're going to open up the floor. So I was just going to say, if you want to say a quick hello, a few of you have already, just hit the hands up key in Zooms. That ranks in order if you want to say hello. And my advice to you is when you say hello, keep it brief and to the point. I've learned from years of just being a master networker that when you use less words and you be concise, it makes life easy for you and helps you win more. So if you want to say a quick hello, please go for it. Please keep the chat going. And we're going to hear from these winners all in order. So Kemi Adakundi, the floor is yours. How are you doing, Kemi?
I'm good. Hi, everybody. Hi, nice to meet all the old and the new people. So for me, I'm Kemi from London. I'm a woman. Some people, they get me wrong for a man. I don't know why.
Well, that's pretty bad. You look pretty. You look like a chick to me, Cammy. So there you go.
Yeah, so I'm all about health, wellness, positivity, and just making people smile. So if you're interested in any of that, I'm happy to connect and just bring a smile to your face. Thanks, Edward.
Oh, we love you, Cammy, and keep up your positive vibes, Cammy. Round of applause to you. Welcome. We've got Max D'Amico. Max, the floor's yours. How you doing, Max?
Hello. Thanks, Edward. I am Massimo D'Amico from Italy. Hello from Italy. Call me Max, c'est plus facile. Yeah, from the original pizza town, I think. My job is quite strange or not. I am an asset protection advisor, and we help family, big companies, entrepreneurs to save a lot of money on campaigns. And very important, we explain the arbitrage process. What is it? Crypto arbitrage allows you to save a lot of money and make more profits, but the same thing can be applied to advertising arbitrage, on which you get leads for free, traffic for free, and a lot of benefits. My data are in the chat, so call me. Thanks, Edward.
Oh, Max, it's a big pleasure. And just, I feel like a spicy meat lovers pizza now and a Diet Coke. Thanks to you, Max. You've just destroyed my diet, so thank you for that. I would love you. Just kidding. Heather Mitchell, how you doing, Heather Mitchell?
I'm very good, thank you, Ed. I'm really good indeed. So I'm Heather Mitchell, and I'm a money mentor from Finding Equilibrium. And well, we're living through such uncertain times at the moment. The inflation is at record highs. There's lots of uncertainties in the markets. And I think it's really more important than ever for us to get empowered and understand about our money and about learning about our money stories and really understanding, how we are emotionally with regard to money, because everybody has a money relationship, but also learning how to manage money and navigate these times and build portfolios that can withstand these kinds of uncertainties. So that's what I do. I have a 6-week financial freedom course. I have one for women and another one for couples, and we have a really good time and transform lives. So I'm Heather from Finding Equilibrium.
Oh, Heather, we love you. Round of applause to you, Heather, and hope to see you tomorrow as well in Sydney.
I'll try. I have to move things around, but I'll see if I can make it.
A pleasure, Heather. All your work. And John Attridge, how you doing, John Attridge?
Hello, everybody. Hello, Ed. Haven't been on for a while. I've been in Oz, believe it or not, even though I live in the UK. I got down there for 6 weeks, first time in 3 years, seeing grandchildren and everybody. Was really, really good. Point of order from the top of the show. There's only 2 states to be in, and that's Queensland or pissed, because it's beautiful one day and perfect the next up in Queensland. So just a plug for the Queensland State Tourism Bureau. I'm working with one of the guys down in Melbourne, Gary Schuller. I don't know if anybody's run across him, but he's putting on a big expo. June, I think it's 19, 20, 21 or 21, something down there, those sort of days in July. I'll put the details in the chat. Great Ideas Fest. There's supposed to be 10,000 people on this thing, all business owners learning about business, getting ideas, inspiration and insights on how to run your business. 20 or 30 expert speakers on a variety of different business-related and personal-related topics. So if that's of any interest, I'll whack the details in the chat. Say hello.
Oh, sounds good. Thank you, John. Round of applause to you, John. There you go. Now, I love alcohol in Queensland. And just for those around the world, Queensland is basically our Florida. Basically a mix between Florida and Vegas, if I can put it that way. So for our friends across the world. And Warwick Brown, how you doing, Warwick Brown? Another sexy bald man like myself.
Yes, indeed, Ed. It's been quite a while since I've been on one of these, maybe a year or two. But something just said I should come today. So I'm a data and analytics entrepreneur, basically looking at everything from critical thinking through to actually turning data and analytics into real wisdom, and working with a lot of really exciting, interesting people who have just got algorithms and products and things that can make our lives so much better.
Wow, exciting. Well, share your details with us, Warwick, in the chat. It's a pleasure.
Will do.
Round of applause to you, Warwick, and a pleasure. And we've got Brigitte with us. Brigitte, great meeting you in Brisbane on Friday. How are you, Brigitte?
Hi, thank you so much. I'm well. And just to be clear, the pronunciation, if you want to pronounce my name, it's Brigitte.
Brigitte, that sounds better. I like it. Brigitte. That's what nationality is Brigitte? Brigitte?
I'm Hungarian.
Oh, very nice. I love Viktor Orban, just to let you know that. Good patriot. So there you go.
Good. So I live in Queensland, Gold Coast now, but I used to live in Sydney for many, many years. And I'm a hypnotherapist and NLP coach, and helping individuals and couples with releasing anxiety, managing stress, panic attacks, quit smoking, weight loss, breaking through their own limitations, blocks, negative self-talks, anything. So I use this technique to help someone, just to reach their outcome. It could be anything.
Wow. Brigitte, powerful. Can we give a round of applause? And Brigitte, please share your details in the chat. Very good. Very good. We've got Darren Wallace-Smith with us. Darren Wallace-Smith, how are you?
Good, thanks, Ed. Nice to meet you. First time here. And just thank Amir for inviting me along tonight. Met Amir a few days ago. So thanks, Amir. My name's Darren Wallace-Smith from Melbourne. It's not such a bad place. Just like Queensland, but not as stormy and flooded. But there you go. My business is irefertoyou.com, and I facilitate referrals and build networks for people. Generally, a lot of business people are too busy to network or build, generate referrals for themselves. That's where I facilitate that for them. So I get to know your business and who I should connect you with.
Oh, wow. Legendary business, Darren Wallace-Smith. Love the sound of it.
Thanks, Ed.
Okay, round of applause to Darren Wallace-Smith.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. We've got amazing Olga with us. How are you, Olga?
I'm very well. Good morning to you all. And it's so good to be back. It's really, really wonderful. Hello. I just would like to share something that I love those waves. Thank you so much. I would like to share something, and that will actually reflect exactly what I do when I work with people. And just remember next time, you have an idea, you have something that you think, oh my God, would be great to do that. And then time fizzles out and you don't do it. Or you come up with a great project, great, whatever it is, right? And you ponder about it. And then very often what happens, somebody else does it, right? Because almost like they stole your idea, but they didn't, right? What happens? An idea is sitting there and it finds the best person who can give birth to that idea, okay? So an idea is waiting for the right person to go into the brain of the right person, so that person will give birth to that. And if you don't do it, somebody else will. So next time you have an idea, tell yourself, I've got everything I need for that idea to become a reality. You've got a gift, you've got an idea, and the world needs that. So don't rob the world from your gift, okay? Bring your ideas to the world, bring them to the surface, make sure you pass on what you have. And that's what I have. I impact and influence people to help them to be impactful and influencing. That's what I do. Mindset coach and a speaker, Olga Gaydani from UK.
Brilliant. Love you, Olga. Big welcome. There you go. We have another handsome bald man with us, a man who's like me doing a lot of steps every day to slim down. Amazing Andreas. How are you, Andreas?
Hi, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Hello from the beautiful North Norfolk coast. We've got a beautiful sunshine out there. I'm super boosted to be here. It always gives me an uplift to be among you people. And that's the main reason I'm here. You just give me mojo, endless mojo. And what Piero said about niche, about niche. I've always been floating in the hemisphere of niche nothingness, because I'm like Piero. I don't have a specific niche. I have various things. I have photography. I worked with my family in the restaurant for 40 years, and you've got to be prepared to pivot. You've got to be, after 40 years, I'm now into like filmmaking and vlogging. If you haven't got more than one thing, it'll bite you in the end, because you never know what's going to happen. Yeah. Be prepared, have that safety net, learn as much as you can. And I'm so excited to be here. Sometimes I mix my words because of my excitement and enthusiasm. But yeah, that's all I want to say, really. Oh, Ed, can I share my latest vlog in the link? But hey, please, guys, don't link it yet, because it's rude to go and look at my vlog while we're on here, you know? Is it okay to do that?
There you go. Now, please do. Everyone can multitask. There you go. You can have
that's awesome.
Zoom open here. Then you can have all your, your pictures of Trump and all that in another window. No problem. I just said, Trump's getting back on too. So I was going to say as well, Andreas, Trump's getting back on Twitter. Are you excited about that, Andreas? Trump getting back on Twitter?
Hey, listen, I'm open-minded, okay? I believe in freedom of speech. I don't like false news.
There we go. That's what I love you.
No, but I do have an open mind. And hey, it's about freedom, about speaking about what you want to speak about, isn't it? And we all have our own minds to do what we think is right.
If only more people agreed with you, Andreas, that's all I can say.
Yeah.
There we go. Round of applause to you, Andreas, and it's a pleasure. So I want to say a big thank you. If you just come in, a big welcome. We're going to bounce over to Tony and Sharada shortly. So I just want to say, if you haven't said hello and you want to say hello, this is your last chance for now before we hear from Tony and Sharada, which I'm very excited about. And by the way, Tony and Anthony are the same character, who from Legendary. I call him Tony. We'll call you Anthony, because that's what it says. We'll call you Anthony. I'm used to calling you Tony, so we'll revert you to Anthony. And let's take a group. We'll take a group photo shortly. But before that, we've got amazing Bakshar with us. How are you, Bakshar?
Hi guys, I'm doing absolutely okay. But right now, I need to spend a little bit of time on my health. So I'm visiting a new Ayurvedic doctor. So Ed, he's given me some new tips to help improve my digestive system. But otherwise, I am a senior business analyst, software developer, and also project manager. I also love to work in data and analytics. It's one of my passions. Apart from that, I do a few things like I enjoy dancing salsa, I enjoy philately, and sometimes I like to read about naturopathy. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
Oh my God, I love it. And again, I'm the white Persian guy that runs around and tells Indians of how awesome Indian Ayurvedic eating is. So there you go. So I steal your own culture and sell it back to you. I love it.
It's awesome. Yeah, thanks.
No, I love your Bakshar. And we got Scott Foxy with us. How are you, Scott Foxy? What's happening in your world?
Ed, it's a pleasure once again. Thank you so much for the opportunity. You always deliver, and unbelievable. So many people from all over the world. I've been working on my health this week. So I'm not going to talk about other people's health this time. I'm going to talk about mine. So I think I came down with something pretty bad. I had a fever, usual cough and blah, blah, blah. And it took me a few days to get over it. But I'm seeing in Brisbane here, it's been raining for the last 5 days straight, and like pretty much nonstop too. So there's a lot of wind as well getting around. So there's a lot of flus and viruses getting around. So, I can't predict anything, but yeah, it's getting around, mate. So, I'm based in Brisbane. I'm a registered acupuncturist and Chinese herbalist in a little suburb called Kalanga. And we've been in practice for the last 2 years where we are, but I've been in practice for 7 years. So something you don't know about me yet, I'm actually an entrepreneur. Did I ever say that to you before?
I always thought you were an entrepreneur, so I always assumed you were an entrepreneur. So there you go.
So just outside of healthcare, I actually also concentrate on passive income. So if anyone's interested in a bit of passive income, give me a bell.
Oh
Thanks,
my
Ed.
God. So there you go. So speak to Scott Foxy. The man's a fox. There you go. That's all I can say. He's got a trick up his sleeve. And Peter Beckenham. How are you, Peter Beckenham? Unmute so we can hear your manly, sexy voice.
I was having trouble unmuting. My apologies, Ed. Sorry about that. Hello, everybody. Firstly, thank you, Ed. Thank you so much. I'd love to bottle your enthusiasm. I really would love. I could make a fortune selling it.
It wouldn't be legal. Yeah.
I think what you do for everyone on this call is amazing. And I think we're all grateful for you to be able to be associated with you and to have the opportunity to meet each other and work with each other and help each other. And that to me, I mean, the world needs more Ed Zias. That's what it's all about. And that's all I'd like to say. So thank you very much, Ed.
Well, but you can't just compliment me. You got to tell us what you do as well. So thank you for complimenting me, but you still got to tell us what you do for a living.
No, but that wasn't as important as my first message. But what I do, I have a passion. I love working with people who are on their own, solopreneurs, people who are absolutely really good at what they do, but they don't know how to go about getting more customers. They feel uncomfortable about putting themselves out there, about approaching people and that sort of thing. So I work with them to show them how to create memorable experiences with people. And that's the way to get people to come out and open up with you. You don't have to sell anything. Just be your authentic, transparent self. If you can do that, you can sell as much as you want to. There you go. That's enough.
Brilliant. Love your work. Big round of applause to you, Peter. Now, we're going to bounce over to Tony and Sharada shortly, and I'm going to show you a few upcoming things. Let's take a group photo. So what I want you to do is I want you to turn up the energy this time. I want you to get extra close to your webcam, do a cool pose, and you got to hold the pose. You got to hold nice and still so I can get the screenshot. So 3, 2, 1, big smile, you winners. 3, 2, 1, big smile, hold the pose, extra energy. Much better than the first version. I got to say, we're all so sexy. There we go. Very, very sexy. Now, I just want to show, we're going to bounce over to Tony and Sharada. I just want to show you a few cool things first. And whilst we're hearing from Tony and Sharada, please keep up the networking, keep up the chat. So we're just going to go through a few things. Now, I had a really, really good morning. I was at a certain tech company all morning. So yours truly was at LinkedIn in Sydney all morning. So a bit of trivia for you. I'm very lucky to be in Sydney. In Sydney, the LinkedIn office is basically one of the biggest LinkedIn offices in the Southern Hemisphere. So I was there all morning with the amazing Tori Benzie. So that's our photo. What I'd love you to do, I'm just going to share this link right now. 2 things in it is make sure you like, share, and comment on this post to support Tori, but make sure you connect with Tori Benzie as well and tell her I sent you. She's our lady on the inside who's doing amazing work. So at LinkedIn all morning getting some fantastic intel. So stay tuned for that one. Also, too, I just want to talk to you about what's coming up. So firstly, my legendary friends, if you haven't, you probably already have if you found this Zoom, but make sure that you're in our meetup. You probably already are, having said that. And I'll just tell you what we've got coming up. So firstly, my legendary friends, we've got Sydney tomorrow. So if you know anyone from Sydney or whatever the case may be, please join us in Sydney tomorrow. Link is right here. And also too, our next event is our webinar on Monday, which I've just listed. And we've got wonderful Tim Beatland as our guest speaker. And we're doing a special on video content. So it'll be a really, really good one. And of course, as well, just as an honorable mention as well, not for everyone, but for some of you, we've got Piero and that. Piero and Alex are our group leaders. We've got, I'm off to Canberra next week as well. So check them all out. Got heaps of cool stuff going up. So without further ado, what I want to do now is I want to bounce over to the amazing Tony and Sharada. And as we do that, as we hear from them, I'm really going to hand things over to them. And what I want you to do is keep the chat going, keep talking to each other. If you've got any questions, it'll be really good. But Tony and Sharada are 2 amazing characters. So what I'm going to do is Tony's got the PowerPoint and Sharada has got the mindset and technology, you would say. So what we're going to do is we're going to go spotlight Tony so then he can run the PowerPoint, and then Sharada's going to do a lot of the dialogue. So Tony, you've now taken over everyone's PC screens, and I've enabled share screen so you can share your PowerPoint. So without further ado, Tony and Sharada, please take us away. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Ed. Just bear with me for a second while I'll get my screenshots all set up. Now, can everybody see the screen there, which has got the
web page of our retreat. So thumbs up, everyone can see that? All good. Okay, we're away. That's good to hear. Sharada and I have been running retreats for quite a while. So just to give you a little bit of a history of what we've done, we started as a hobby back in 2012, which is over 10 years ago. And I remember the very first one that we did. We did a retreat in Moggs Creek, and that's near, I think it's on the other side of the coast, which is around, what is it? Now my memory's gone on me at the moment, but it's around Geelong Way, a bit further down Geelong. And we finished up going to another area, which was St Andrews Beach, which was on the actual rise side of the peninsula. So if you know about Melbourne, we got the Port Phillip Bay, which is a huge bay, and where we were running our retreats, we were running it on the St Andrews Beach on the ocean side. So we had these beautiful views. We could actually see the boats coming through the heads and things like that as they came through. So we had these spectacular views. So we fell in love with those retreats, and unfortunately what actually happened was that our Premier at the time, when I was a Victorian, now I'm a Taswegian, Dan Andrews decided to do lockdowns and things like that, which sort of stifled our business. So we made a big business decision. We said, well, okay, we don't like this, so we're going to go over to Tasmania where things are a little bit more calmer. And we decided to actually buy our own retreat. So we've actually bought a property there, which we're calling the Wellbeing Centre of New Bena, and we've still got a little bit more work to do. We've got a lot of refurbishments and things to do, and we started to do some of our retreats. We've done our very first one 1 week ago in Cremorne, and that was very successful. And on our website, we liked it so much we thought, well, let's keep it going. And so we've booked that venue for a number of retreats in September onwards. So we're pretty happy about that. So we've got some very exciting things in the pipeline. We're going to start a new venture called Design Your Retreat. So where the actual client can actually decide what they want in that retreat. But I'll go further on a little bit before I sort of go too far. So the next slide here, just bear with me for a second, is a little bit of a gallery. We normally have, down the bottom there was the retreat that we ran last week. And this is one of the areas that we took our clients. It was Eagle Hawk Neck, and they loved those little tours and things like that. But we do that to break the actual retreat. We give them a lot of work to do at the venue, and this is one of the outings that we do. We also do a Tasman Cruise, which we go around the actual side of the actual Tasmania, and sometimes we see dolphins, but we didn't see any this time, but we saw plenty of seals, which was good. And they tell me with the boat trip that the whales are going to come shortly, so that'll be another thing that we've got to put on our bucket list. Next slide there is what is a retreat? So for those who may be wondering what a retreat is, it's a serene area where everybody's in a nurturing and safe environment. And the type of things that we normally do is we have a small intimate group. Normally we have like between 4 to 8 people. And the reason that we have that is that we can customize and do a lot of one-on-ones with our clients, which makes a big difference. And we can help them with their specific problems. And like we get business owners, as you know, business owners, there's a lot of things. A lot of them are workaholics and they don't know when to stop. We have situations where they suffer a lot of anxiety with all the lockdowns and unknown what's going to happen with their business. They suffer a lot of that anxiety. Plus, sometimes they lose their passion. That's the other thing that happens. They suddenly say, well, why am I doing this business? What's it all about? And these are the type of questions that come up. And it's in this safe environment that we can talk and we can actually help them go forward. So, as I was saying, there's lots of why do people book in? It's good to go out to a retreat because you haven't got those distractions. You've got that dedicated time, and that's a good time to sort of, if there's any learnings to be made, it gives that time for reflection, which we do a lot of things. We do things like have silent days. We have a lot of detoxing where the food that they eat is just vegetarian or very light. We allow them to fast if need be. And it's also a time to help them with their habits, to rediscover their true selves and to transform their mindsets to help them move forward and also to find their purpose and self-worth. I think so the type of things that we actually do, we run not only retreats, but we also do workshops, and we do coaching one-on-ones with organisations, individuals, and we provide various tools and techniques, which I think I've mentioned before, so I won't go too much further into that. We've actually dealt a lot into quantum medicine and equipment, and I call my wife Sharada Inspector Gadget because she's pretty good at finding all these gadgets and things like that. And one of these gadgets is a PMF mat, and it's used by NASA and also Roger Federer. One of the things that it does is it helps the healing process and rejuvenation very quickly because of what it's got. It's a pulse electronic magnetic fields that it's got that's very beneficial. We've also got these other products called Violite. So people with mental issues, and we will sometimes suffer a little bit from memory loss, or it was also good for dementia, Parkinson's, and if people have had brain trauma or mini strokes, these products are very helpful. I actually use the 810, which is the little pocket one, and that's just for general brain maintenance, and it's very good for keeping your memory and your problem solving up to scratch. So that's a very good product. And we also a distributor of the health patches. You might have seen these around, but the X39s, I use them. It keeps me young. But there's other patches in there that helps with pain and things like that, which we're a distributor of. And also we're a distributor of Zinzino oil, which is very good with omega-3s and vitamin D to help you maintain your well-being. We also do some work with organisations. We look at culture. We did a lot of homework, and we found that there's top 5 problems that a lot of businesses have, like retention, getting the right people and right skills, engagement and integrity, help businesses with their growth and innovations, and also we coach the management to build that type of culture. The other thing that we do that we find very powerful is we use character strength strategies. And one of these character strength strategies is using these virtues cards. And what that does is it helps people find their inner strengths or define what their inner strengths are, so that they can actually work on it. For instance, it might be confidence that you might want to be working on, or it might be another one called trust, how to build trust and how to have open relationships. All these things are pretty powerful. As you can probably see in there, there's the practice, what the practices are. For instance, with this one, trustworthiness, I am reliable, my actions match my words, I always keep my promises, and so forth. And that helps people identify the character strengths that they may be wanting to improve or they want to build. It's just practice those strengths so that they become good at it. And it's very good for self-image as well. Like what we've actually found that with self-image, it's issues about, they feel like they're a kitten rather than a lion and so forth. All right, I might just push through because I want to get to Sharada, and I know I'm sort of dragging the train a little bit. Been yapping too much, Ed. So there's Sharada there. So one of the things that she does is she helps map heart coherence. And this is part of our point of difference. We actually go and find what the root problem is for the client. And we've got various tools and equipment to help find that. And that's part of our situation, is that we customise our service. It's all based on science, evidence-based solutions, and it's a proven way of doing it. So the next slide there is talking about our core issues, which I've mentioned about it. Another important one is happiness. How do you become happy? What's your purpose? And what's your self-image of yourself? So the things that we use with our core issues is building character and mindsets. It's also, which Sharada is going to talk about in a second, is allowing emotions to be released. And I'm just going to hand this over now to Sharada, who's my star and my EFT champion. Over to you, Sharada. Tell us all about EFT.
Hi, everyone. I've been practicing emotional freedom technique for a while now, ever since our son died, and I was in a bit of a pit, I would say. Even though I've been meditating since I was 13, that tragedy actually knocked me really, really badly, and having had a lot of practice with all the different modalities available, I found that I couldn't actually drag myself out of the pit. And a friend of mine who is a psychiatrist, she invited me to a conference in Queensland. She said, "Oh, Sharada," she said, "I've got a spare bed in my room. Would you like to come and join me?" And at this conference, one of the topics was emotional freedom technique. And I have to tell you, it's the one modality that was able to shift the pits out of my emotional trauma. And I have gone on to learn to be a practitioner, and I now actually specialize in emotional trauma from all the different tragedies that's happening in our lives at different times. And the thing that I find that really, really is helpful with emotional freedom technique is that it has immediate relief when we are feeling out of sorts emotionally. By just doing 2 rounds of tapping, we can find a sense of ease and rebalance ourselves. And that's why I just love this, because you don't have to wait a day, an hour or so. You get the results immediately. So today I thought, we are living in a times of great uncertainty. Our elections are coming up. We don't know what the heck our politicians are going to do with our beautiful country. So I thought tonight I'd like to invite us all to do the tapping on the uncertainty, because as you all know, when we are stressed, we are disconnecting the wisdom in our hearts and the clarity of our minds, because that's what stress does. It's like it puts a spanner on the phone line between the wisdom of our hearts and the clarity of our minds. So when we do this tapping, we are unblocking and we are allowing that flow and connection to happen for us. So I'd like to invite everybody to just close your eyes and just have a sense just think about what it is that's worrying you, that's causing anxiety about that uncertainty. And then give it a number. Like 0 means doesn't matter, I don't really care. And 10 is like, oh my goodness me, I'm so worried about the uncertainty of my future. And then give yourself a number of where your uncertainty and worry is.
And please put that in the chat if you're brave enough.
Yep. And then what I'd like you also to do next is I want you to just tune into your body and just see where in your body is that anxiety, that fear of uncertainty. Where in the body is it being held? And then some people you might have, you might feel a tightness in your tummy or a tightness in your shoulders or your chest or your neck. Or some people actually even have this tightness in your head. So wherever it is, just keep a note of where it is in your body. And then the purpose of this emotional freedom technique, or EFT for short, is that we want to resolve the conflict. We want to bring ease back into ourselves, because we know that when we are worried about something, there's a part of knowing in us that really our worrying is not solving anything. So there is a conflict. There is a conflict between our fear, our anxiety, our uncertainty, and the inner knowing. So what I'd love you to do now is that this EFT, when we are tapping, is most important things we acknowledge. We must acknowledge. It's like having a room full of dirt and then spraying perfume on it and hope that everything is going to be just fine. It does not work. First of all, we have to clean the mess up. So number one, we need to acknowledge the issue. And then we have to accept ourselves that that's where we're at right now. So by doing that, we're bringing back ease into the acceptance of where we are. Stressed, worried, whatever it is that is the issue, we are accepting us for where we're at right now. And then we repeat this statement like 3 times. I always like to add, and the last one, even though this is where I'm at with this anxiety or worry or fear, I know that I can be at ease with this. So it's like reassuring ourselves that we are doing something to rebalance ourselves. So this is my way of doing EFT. And if you go on YouTube, you'll find a whole set of different people doing other things. But for me, I found this is the best way that gets immediate results. So let us do it together. All I want you to do is to just basically copy me. And you can repeat the statements to yourself. So we start with tapping the side of the hand. Can you see that? Okay. So this is what I would say. Even though I am so worried about the uncertainty in our elections in Australia, let's keep it local, I accept myself for where I'm at. Even though I'm worried about the uncertainty of our elections that is looming very soon, I accept myself that there's where I'm at right now. Even though I'm worried about the uncertainty of our elections, I know that I can feel at ease. And then the next one, you go to the top of the head and you tap the summary. Worried about the results of the election. And then in the middle here of the eyebrow, worried about the uncertainty of the politicians. Inside of the eye, I'm worried about the uncertainty of the results of the election. And then under the eye here, worried about the uncertainty. Under the nose, worried about the uncertainty. On the chin, worried about the uncertainty. And on the collarbone, what I like is I use my thumb for one collarbone and I use my 2 fingers for the other side. So I'm tapping the both together. Worried about the uncertainty about my future. And then under the arm, just there, worried about my future with all this uncertainty. And then I like to use what I call the Gamut Point. Now, the Gamut Point is that little valley between your little finger and your ring finger, just down there, and you tap there. Worried about the uncertainty And then one more round on top of the head, worried about the uncertainty. Then here in the middle, worried about the uncertainty. And then side of the eye, worried about the uncertainty. And then under the eye, worried about the uncertainty. And under the nose, worried about the uncertainty. And then on the chin, worried about the uncertainty. And then here, collarbone, worried about the uncertainty. And then under the arm, worried about the uncertainty. And then here, worried about the uncertainty. But I know in the depth of my being that everything is going to be all right. I know that I can do this. I know that I've got the resilience to be creative with whatever the results is. I know that all will be well. So take a deep breath and then tune back into your uncertainty or your worry about what's happening around us right now, and just see where your numbers are. 0 means everything's okay and you feel at ease, and 10, you're still super worried about it all. So just tune into your body and just see whether, your body is a little bit more relaxed now that you've tapped 2 rounds to unlock all those blocked energy and reconnecting the wisdom of your heart to the energy and your beautiful clarity of the mind.
Now, I've got some chats for you, honey. I got Christine went from 8 to 4, and I got Andrea who went from 8 to 6.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that means now if you are okay, we can tap a couple of more rounds on that, because 6 is still a little bit high for me to kind of leave you hanging in the air. So if you're okay with that, and those of you who've had a reduction but not quite down to 1 or 2, you're welcome to tap along again. So tap side of the hand. Even though I'm feeling a little bit better and there has been a shift, there's still some remnants of this anxiety. Even though there has been a shift, there's still some remnants, and I would like to get on top of this. Even though there's still remnants of this anxiety and this worry over the uncertainty, I know that I'm on the move. So top of the head. Still, there's some remnants of, let's call it anxiety. Some remnants of anxiety. Some remnants of anxiety over the uncertainty. Remnants of anxiety over this uncertainty. Remnants of anxiety over this uncertainty times. Some remnants of anxiety over this uncertainty. Anxiety over this uncertainty. Under the arm, anxiety over this uncertainty. I'm choosing to let the anxiety go. There is still some anxiety around, but I'm choosing right now to let that go. Letting go of that anxiety. Eyebrow, letting go of that anxiety. Side of the eye, letting go of the remnants of the anxiety. Under the eye, letting go of the remnants of anxiety. Under the nose, letting go of the remnants of anxiety. On the chin, letting go of the remnants of anxiety. Collarbone, letting go of the remnants of anxiety. I know I can do this, letting go of the remnants of anxiety. I can choose to do this for myself. Letting it go, and letting it go. Top of the head, last round. I know that it is possible to let go of the last bit of remnants of anxiety. Middle of the head, the eyebrow here. I'm choosing to let go of the remnants of anxiety. I'm choosing to let go of the remnants of anxiety. The uncertainty is going to be out there. Under the nose, I am in charge of my inner state of being. I'm choosing to let the anxiety go, and I'm choosing to be at ease. Collarbone, I'm choosing to let go of anxiety, and I'm embracing ease in my inner being. Under the arm, I'm choosing to let go of the remnants of anxiety, and I'm choosing to embrace ease in my inner being. Gamut Point, I know I can do it. It is possible for me to do it. I can do it, and I am letting go of the remnants of anxiety and embracing my inner knowing that all will be well. Take a deep breath. Tune into your body again, tune into your numbers, and just see where you're at.
And honey, I think we better wind up now because we run a little bit over time.
Okay, wonderful. So any of you, if you feel like you have a little bit more that you need to work with, you're welcome to get in touch with us on www.wellbeinghealthretreats.com.au and just do a connection with me, and I'm happy to help you finish up where you're at, down to between 0 and 2. So that's where I'd like you all to be when we finish a tapping session.
I've got 2 feedback. I've got Christine's now gone to 2.
Great.
And Andrew is gone to 4. So
okay,
it's working, honey.
Great. Okay,
well.
So Andrea, so please get in touch with me and I'll help you to tune yourself down to between 0 and 2. And it'd be a pleasure to do that for you. So any of you out there who have tapped and is still a little bit up higher than 2, please get in touch with me and we can work together on Zoom.
Okay. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll, if there's any questions, please send it through to Sharada or myself via Ed or through our LinkedIn, and I'll hand it back to Zed now. So thank you, Ed.
A big round of applause and big thank you for enjoying it. And I can tell a lot of you really got a lot out of it. So I was just going to say, especially for those watching the recording as well, actually, in fact, before you go, Sharada and Tony, if someone wants to work with you, like, do you guys offer discovery sessions? How does that all work?
You'll just go to our website, Wellbeing Health Retreats, and there's a contact form, and you can contact us or through via my LinkedIn. You can actually go through that way as well, right? So we can, or go through Ed, of course. If you can't find us, just go through Ed, and Ed will put you onto us. So that's the easiest way. Our website, wellbeinghealthretreats.com, or my LinkedIn. I put that in the chat box, but I'll do it again if you like, and you can easily contact me.
Fantastic. Well, I got to say, you've got nothing but wall-to-wall critical acclaim. So bravo. I just want to say a big thank you. I was just going to say, for those that stuck around, thank you. If there's anything any of you want to say, now's your time to say it. So if you want to say anything, be it say hello or react to what you've done, just hit the hands up key right now. If there's anything you want to say before you go, now is the time to say it. So please do. No. Going once, going twice, and so, well, let's call that no, Andreas, what have you got for us, my friends, before we finish up?
I just want to say a massive thank you for that excellent presentation. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole thing, Edward, and I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone.
Oh, beautiful.
Our pleasure, Andre, doing it. We love helping people. That's our number one thing. That's our purpose, is to make a difference to the world by helping people. And we both love that. We do a lot of things for free. Our coach is Simon. He rolls his eyes up every time we do it for free, but we love doing it, and we go from there.
Oh, beautiful. Well said. And we've got Scott Fox. What are you thinking, Scott Fox?
Oh, thanks for rekindling the fire, guys. Sharada, I forgot all about those points. EFT, they actually did teach us that at uni, so fantastic, mate. Yeah, I forgot all about that. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. We found that on our retreats. How many breakthroughs our clients have had just doing the tapping, it's just amazing. We've had a lot of business owners who virtually like they just work too hard, and you find out what their core reason is. They want to work too hard because somebody said in their childhood they're not going to amount to much or something like that. Isn't that right, honey? We've found it so many times that they've got to prove that whoever it was a teacher or a parent or whatever, that they were wrong, and so they overwork. And
that's right. The monkey mind.
That's right. It's amazing. It's a lot of things happen in the childhood that we find that needs to be fixed up, and the EFT is probably the most powerful tool that we've got that helps release all that emotional issues and traumas and that people carry. And
it's homework for them, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It's just like carrying a giant sack on your back. It just weighs them down.
Yeah. Well,
Wow, looks like that's a wrap.
No, we could keep going there. We're just
look at
warm up now.
We'll finish up now just to wish everyone a wonderful evening. And for those that stuck around, thank you. For those watching the recording, please make sure you connect with everyone. So let's finish up. See you all next time. Can we finish up with a thunderous round of applause? Unmute all and thank you, everyone.
Not at all.
Great job, everyone.
Good night, guys.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.